Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of the Half Crab Recap. My name is Jason. I'm joined alongside Tom, Matt, and Lewis. And today we're going to discuss briefly what happened on SmackDown and then mainly what happened on Monday Night Raw. So we're going to kick things off with the debut of Rey Fenix. He's finally here, and it was a perfect showcase match. I mean, they couldn't have picked a better person for him to go up against initially with Nathan Frazier. I mean, this guy is fantastic in NXT, and he's flippy. He's perfect. And it was a quick match. It just showcased what Ray can do. What did you guys think?
He is flippy. He is flippy. No, I thought it was perfect. I think the 2K devs are gonna have nightmares trying to animate Phoenix's entrance, the way he bounces up and down on the ropes. But yeah, I thought it was a fun debut.
Oh, screw 2K, dude. Come on. They deserve to have this work cut out for them, and they probably won't even do it. But anyway, yeah,
Oh,
it's a
they're
solid
underway.
debut. It was a solid debut. Good little promo at the end. Not much to complain. Well, nothing to complain about.
I thought that match was awesome. Absolute banger. Great match. Not to compare the two, but I think Ray Phoenix debut was better than Penta's debut. They're both great, but I just think Ray Phoenix had a much stronger opener, banger match, and a great performance by Nathan Frazier too.
So
Absolutely.
we get
Yeah,
a little bit of a hot take there, but all right.
yeah, fully agreed. All right, let's move on here. We're gonna talk next about the Jey Uso segment with him and Gunther on Monday Night Raw. And finally, we got the version of Jey Uso that I've been waiting for since he won the Royal Rumble. I still don't understand. I've said this in every half crab recap I've been in, but the fact that it took this long to get to where we are in this story is just mind-boggling. Because these last like 2, 3 weeks have catapulted the story into like must-see television, especially with last week where Jimmy Uso basically got murdered on live television. Then you look at this week, Jey Uso's like, Gunther, I'm gonna pray for you because I'm going to destroy you at WrestleMania. I thought it was very sick. And what did you guys think?
Hear me out. I think Tom will agree with me on this, but I think this feud is better than the Cena Cody feud.
Oh my God, dude. My left butt cheek is better than that feud. I mean,
That is awesome.
No, but like it genuinely though, like seriously, this feud has been 2 weeks of very good, and it was almost 2 months of bad, and it's better than Cena Cody. We'll talk more about that later, but like these past 2 weeks have really changed this feud for me.
uh, when he came out all black, no, I mean, he had the yeet goggles, but like no yeet anywhere. He wasn't even doing the stupid yeet. It was perfect. Came out, got to the point. He's serious. No more. I know it's wrestling, but no more gimmicks. No more this over the top character that like makes no sense to win a world championship. This is the Jey Uso that deserves the world heavyweight championship.
Well, maybe I'm just a little biased, but I don't know if it's better than the Cena and Cody feud.
Oh, please.
It's
But
definitely you're definitely
I
biased.
will say,
You are biased,
I will
yeah.
say, I think this promo Jey Uso just cut was the best promo he's cut all year. And, the promo he cut was the caliber of the promos he would cut during, his bloodline. That's the stuff I want to see from Jey Uso. That's the stuff I've been wanting to see from Jey Uso. And he did a fantastic job. And I think this is what he should have been doing, the past couple of months now. Better late than never. Never. Never.
Never,
Another.
Nether.
Never.
Ooh.
never.
The nether.
Someone's seen
Chicken
the Minecraft
jockey.
movie.
That was a slip up. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Minecraft movie. But
No, but
anyways, that
I
was
can see you.
that was a great segment. I really liked it.
to continue off of what Lewis said, I fully agree. It showed like right hand man Jay compared to we just getting that over like Yeet Jay. I don't think it's been a good balance, but I feel like they need to find a middle ground to kind of balance right hand man Jay and Yeet Jay. Like I want a mixture of both. I don't want Jay just coming out, getting that cheap pop, and then going to the next town the next week. I think there needs to be a little bit of consistency in that factor to make him truly a star.
And I'm gonna add one last thing. A little bit of a maybe not a prediction, but something I would like to see. I kind of want to see Gunther hold on to this championship, but I don't want to see Jey Uso lose after all this. So what I think
Yeah.
is Jey Uso absolutely crashes out in the match, nails him with the chair, blood everywhere. DQ, match is over. Jey Uso doesn't care though. He just wants to get his revenge. The championship's out of his mind at that moment because he just gets reminded of how evil this man Gunther is. And then you set up the rivalry.
Now that could be a good rivalry after that.
A
Chicken jockey.
DQ at WrestleMania is diabolical, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Why don't
some
we
Vinnie Mac booking right there.
That's some wild
What's that?
booking.
let's slime cube into the
Listen,
next
this
section?
this is some this is a mid card match. Let's relax here. It's not closing the show.
Well, obviously, you
So
know that.
I
That's
mean,
like
but
that's a confirmed fact.
you can't have a world title match at WrestleMania end with a goddamn DQ.
Yeah,
That's
that's
well,
horrendous.
silly. That's nonsense.
you can't have your night two main event wrestler greatest of all time not show up for how long? What, three
Well,
weeks now?
you listen here, Tom. Once that match happens, it's gonna cook.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be the greatest
Uh,
thing we've seen.
it's gonna cook. It's gonna cook.
All right, but let's move on to our next little segment here. We're going to talk about the matches that have been officially announced since the last half cab recap. And we had Jacob Fatu and LA Knight for the United States title. We have officially Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky for the women's world title. We have the Intercontinental title being defended in a fatal four-way match with Braun, Penta, Dom, and Balor. We have Naomi versus Jade Cargill. And lastly, we have Rey Mysterio versus the greatest luchador of all time, El Grande Americano. What do you guys make of these matches being confirmed for WrestleMania?
Ray versus El Grande Americano's gonna steal the damn show. Everyone knows that, but the women's triple threat, that last segment, kind of killed the vibes of the whole match. I don't know. It was just the same thing
It's
over
been it's
again.
been the same thing for the past
Yeah,
month.
but and as for LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, I don't know. It's all right.
It's a little thrown together, but I'm still all for it.
It's a damn shame that Chad Gable is not at WrestleMania this year. I don't
Second
understand. El Grande Americano. I love El Grande Americano. How do you not get Chad Gable in WrestleMania?
for the
He's
Problem.
better
second
than
year in a
Chad
row.
Gable.
Second year in a
He's
row.
he's way better than Chad Gable.
Whoa, let's calm down.
Got some
El
hot take
Grande
here.
Americano?
They're
He's
equal.
way better.
They're equal.
Oh, please. They're
They're equal.
equal.
They're equal.
All right,
We'll
can we talk
see
about
when
the
they
fact
square up.
El Grande Americano's only been on the roster for what, less than a month? He's
And
already got a match against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania.
it
Yeah.
just shows how
He
great
could
he
be,
is.
at the end of his career, he could be one of the greatest luchadors of all time.
He
I'd
already is.
argue.
He
I'd
he already
argue
is.
he already is.
I mean, this match will solidify it, I guess, but yeah, he pretty much is already there.
It's just next
Unbelievable.
level superstardom that he's already reached. You look at it's taken guys years to get a Mania match, and he has it in under a month against Rey Mysterio, who is a WWE Hall of Famer. This dude is destined for greatness.
The rest of the roster should count themselves as lucky that he wasn't in the company earlier, because he'd
Look,
have every single
you're
championship.
lucky he wasn't in the Rumble. He could be facing Gunther or Cody at Mania.
If he won the Rumble, he would have won the Chamber too, and he'd be facing both champions. He's that
Well,
good.
It's gonna unify him.
But
it'd definitely be better than Cena.
it would be better than seeing him, man. Where is he? Can't even see him.
They did.
What is that? One match I actually do want to highlight that has been announced is the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title. I feel like you can't go wrong with any four of these men walking away from WrestleMania with the title. I mean, Braun retaining is great for him. I think it might be a little too soon for Penta, but still, I'd be all for him getting it. And then one of the two Judgment Day guys, I think you really can't go wrong with any of the four of them winning.
Yeah, I agree. In my personal opinion, I think this needs to lead to Finn Balor getting kicked out of the Judgment Day by either beating Dom and turning face or getting beat up by everybody. But he needs to turn into a good guy, go back to his like OG character, maybe win the IC title. Like he needs something new because he's so just boring and bland right now.
Uh,
I think heel Finn Balor has kind of run its course. I'm ready to see him as a babyface too. But in terms of the match, I think it's time to pull the trigger on Dirty Dom. Give him a main roster championship, man. I think it's time. He's young. Give him one mid card championship while right now. I think it's time.
I I was gonna say I completely disagree with having like being okay with any of the four guys to win. I think if Dirty Dom or Finn Balor don't win this match, it's pretty criminal. Honestly, it's like you get the perfect story in front of you and you just Penta would feel kind of forced. Braun Breaker's like he doesn't really need it. He's like get him ready to go into the main event circuit. I don't know. I just feel like Dirty Dom and Finn Balor just perfect.
I
Braun
100%.
Breaker doesn't even have to get pinned to lose the championship, so
Yeah,
you could still have him
Yeah,
be strong,
One
you
of
know?
Balor either has to pin Dom or Dom has to pin Balor.
I
yeah.
They have
agree. That
to not
has to
be
be the
involved at the
finish.
end of the match.
Now we're going to discuss the segment with Paul Heyman, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. I thought it was pretty good. Again, like this rivalry's heating up. It does take a notch down in my opinion. No Roman Reigns there kind of hurt this a little bit. I feel like he's needed in this build a little, especially 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. You kind of need the original Tribal Chief there. But one of the things I really liked about this is when it was just Heyman and Rollins in the ring. And Rollins looks at Heyman and says, "Don't forget who the first choice for War Games was. It was me." I thought that was pretty telling that this feud is expanding, and it is long term storytelling, which again, I'm not really a whole big fan of, especially the way Triple H does it. But that was a point that really stuck out to me. But what stuck out to you guys?
I feel
I'm
like
not,
that was
I'm not
very
gonna lie. I was I was really excited when Paul Heyman stood up for himself. He's like, "Get your hands off me!" I got a pop for that.
That
Not
was
gonna
sick.
lie, but I liked the tension that was built between Rollins and Heyman. Uh, I think that was great storytelling in that segment, and I think Seth Rollins kind of needed this because, I think Tom said this before. Rollins has been kind of overlooked in this triple threat feud. It's been more focus on Reigns and Punk, and I think this really helped Seth Rollins going into WrestleMania.
I overall thought it was good. It was good. It was a good segment overall. I didn't really like how Rollins just he didn't stomp on Paul Heyman, which she's like, now you owe me a favor. I feel like that's not really how favors work.
Yeah,
You
I'm
kind of
tired
have
of favors, man.
like you have
I've
to
had
do something
enough.
like asked of you more so to gain a favor than like to just not try to murder a guy.
Well, I don't think it's like the same type of favor. I think it's like I'm gonna kick your ass type of favor,
Yeah,
or else you
it's
know what I
more of
mean.
like a if you don't
This is a
like
threat
stay out of it.
type of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But when Seth Rollins came out, obviously everyone's singing, everyone's cheering for the guy, and it slowly built into him not being a heel, but like the crowd stopped being so behind him. It was like, oh God, this guy's sick and twisted. And I think, oh, personally, Seth Rollins just reeled me back all the way back into this feud. It was starting to feel like it was just Punk versus Roman, which was really weird because like didn't even really feel like they hated each other that much. And now it's like a triple threat match, true three-way feud for the love of Paul Heyman at this point, which, you know what? I kind of like it now. My big twist is that Paul Heyman isn't going to side with any three of them. I think he either goes with The Rock or maybe like, I don't know, goes do something else. But that's my big prediction. I feel like everyone's saying, oh, Seth Rollins, oh, this, that. I think he's going to do none of them.
I could
I,
see it ending in like Paul Heyman trying to pick either Reigns or Punk, but he screws it up and leads to Rollins winning, which then gets him fired by Roman, and like Punk decides to get like to leave him alone, like go away. And then that way, and then there's a whole new story where Paul Heyman's trying to find someone new, and that could lead to either, like a young NXT star coming up or something like that to elevate one of those kinds of guys.
Braun Breaker would be perfect in that role for
Yeah,
what you were
he'd be
talking
like
about, Matt.
Brock
Absolutely.
Lesnar almost.
But I think today just confirmed my suspicion that Seth Rollins is going to win this match. You look at what Punk and Roman have done for this feud. It's been good, but like you said, Tom, like Rollins fully reeled me back in. And again, what you said about Heyman siding with someone, I think it was made evidently clear that he's going to side with Rollins. It just makes so much sense. I was even saying this a couple weeks ago. I thought it was that, especially that Punk's favor was he wants Heyman in his corner. I think Heyman's going to screw over Punk, and he'll finally leave Roman Reigns. I mean, they kind of did it, but didn't really do it with Brock Lesnar and him in the build to WrestleMania 38. I just think it's not getting stale, the wise man. I just don't think like Roman really needs him anymore, especially without the title. I think Roman's like, no pun intended, levels above like everyone on this roster. So I don't think he needs like a manager or a wise man anymore.
I think he's coming to his own when it comes to cutting promos. Like he's very good at it. Like I don't think there's a problem, and he doesn't need someone there to like talk for him. So him not having Paul Heyman there wouldn't be that much of a difference for me.
To me, was that is that promo a little freaky, a little strange tension going on there between Seth and Heyman. What was
Cover
that
your
all
ears,
about?
kids, but there was a little
Yeah.
bit of sexual tension going on.
Whoa,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey
whoa,
now, hey
It was,
now.
man. We all saw it.
whoa!
It was
We all
weird.
saw it. We watched the same promo, didn't we?
I don't know what your promo you were watching.
Yeah, you guys need to get your minds
Out
taken
of
out
the
of the gutter.
gutter.
Something,
Get
dude.
your
Well,
Jeez.
gutter out of
just
your
say what
minds.
everyone's thinking, all right?
Gutter out of your
Uh,
minds.
I want to add one more thing really quickly. I thought something that was very evident was Seth Rollins standing tall at the end of this Raw. Usually the person that stands tall in the go home show usually ends up losing that match. But again, it's not the go home show. There's one more. So the penultimate episode. Again, and I feel like that just further confirmed Rollins is gonna get the upper hand in this triple threat match. Is he hasn't beaten Punk, right?
No, he did. He
Well,
didn't beat him in the
That,
steel
that
cage.
doesn't count. The steel cage doesn't count.
It does count in the record books. He's 1-1 against
But I
Punk.
mean, like he hasn't like pinned him, is what I'm saying.
Oh, he beat him. So I don't know what more
And
he
he,
wants.
but Rollins usually gets the upper hand against Roman every time they have fought.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just setting up a Seth Rollins win. Especially he was the MVP last year at WrestleMania. So I feel like this is kind of gonna be the bone they're gonna throw him. That is gonna do it for this week's edition of the Half Crab Recap. Let us know down in the comments down below whether you agree or disagree with what we said in this video. Also, leave a comment down below with what we should do next. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.